So there's very few tanks that I get cocky about, because usually when I get cocky about a tank, I get a smackdown. But the Kehoe, as I showed you in the review, the mighty, I call it the little mouse. This tank is quite incredible, and I almost always do well when I play it. Even against larger tanks, and it seems to be a small tank that people kind of ignore. They don't really know much about it. I mean, frankly, nobody plays it, so I can understand why they kind of get a little confused. But it's a tiny tank, and it really is good at being an aggressor. It's kind of funny. It's one of those few light tanks that I do well in. As you guys know, I'm not much of a light tank player, and quite often I try to get in these light tanks, and I just do a miserable job. And I get ripped to shreds, but... So this battle starts out good right here. We got these M4s. They're going to cross the bridge, right? And they get out there and they stop, that was even better. Penetration. Because now this guy's sitting
armor is hit. Penetration.
Right where I can hit him. Look at this.
Enemy armor is damaged.
An M4 is very susceptible to the fire of this tank because it's soft, and I have 87 penetration. So now the Japanese guns aren't ultra accurate, as we all know. And my friend Gary's sitting here next to me whacking away at the guy too with his Chihi, same gun, just a larger tank.
Penetration.
But I think there's the first one. Yeah, I'm gonna get the second one here. This guy's pretty beat up. I got a couple hits on the second guy though too.
Track hit.
Oops. And there he goes. It's a second tier 5 tank kill. So now I'm going to go poke around, see if I can find the artillery. Once again, this tank is not known for its speed, so you can see even here where I'm, poking around, I'm not really moving too fast. However, I'm keeping up with the Covenanter, and he's not too fast either, so. I see this archer up here, and the archer's doing a good job staying covered. I was hoping to get some shots on him, but just not able to. Nope.
Critical hit.
Got his track, but that was it. He starts firing, shooting at me, obviously, and I'm like, I can't back up. Gary was behind me. I was like, dude, look out. I'm like, we need to get out of here. And he's like, yeah, I think you're right. Get in that Chihi and run. Which reminds me, what happened to the Chiha? I don't see that thing anymore. I'll have to look that one up. I forget where the Chiha runs. Maybe it's the tier 3. Oops. Alright, so usually when you're in a light tank and you see a KV-1, what's your thought? Go the other way, right? But I'm like, I think I can take him. And I drive right into the wall and get stuck. But I have a feeling this guy is going after our artillery here, so I was like, I'll try to put a stop to that. I'm thinking I'm gonna run into him. He's gonna be facing the other way, and I'll just run around behind him and stay behind his turret, and he won't be able to hit me, right? Oops, I miscalculated. It's right there, and I'm like, oh my gosh, come on! Oh, got me, but he didn't kill me.
We've lost some ammo, but at least it didn't explode.
But this lucky shot right here makes us a lucky. Oh, yeah. Who cares about rate of fire? Who cares about the ammo rack? It was worth it. And I solo my second tier 5 tank, except for this. Oops. That's okay, though. I got it. I got it. There we go. He just couldn't do it. So that's 3 tier 5s soloed. Well, one of them wasn't really soloed. Actually, none of them were really soloed, except for that KV-1. That for sure was a solo. And there goes the last guy, but I was going after him. I was like, you know what? I'm going to try it. If I can get in there. Tough little tank. Tough little tank. Now let's take a look at the results. So I was bragging to my teammate Gary, and I says to him, let's say, Gary, Every time I run this tank, I'm always in the top 3. Doesn't matter what tier it is, I'll be one of the top 3 scorers. And he's like, nah. I'm like, I'm telling you, dude, you got to get this tank. Sure enough, boing. Not only was I the second highest scorer on the team for experience, I was also the second highest in damage. In fact, I killed 3 of their top tanks. The KV-1 and the M4s were the top of their list tanks. There weren't any tanks higher than that. So, believe me when I tell you, this tank is vicious, and you saw it played. Now, when I did the review, I couldn't get a battle like this for whatever reason, but for the most part, what you just saw here is what I experienced with this tank. 99% of the time, I'm top scorer or in the top 3, and it doesn't matter what tier it is, I tear things apart because the tank is so small, it's hard to hit. Now, the KV did hit me, and he hit me pretty dang hard, but this is a great little tank. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Be sure to subscribe. I look forward to seeing you around. Have a great evening. Talk to you soon.